Hello there. I've been asked to do a short devotional based upon Psalm 3 and what it means to me. So I thought I'd better read it. The trouble is, when I started reading it, I got a bit bored. So I thought I'd better learn what it was all about and look at the backstory, if you like, about who wrote it, why they wrote it, where they wrote it, and so on. That's when I got distracted. I don't know why, but I start thinking about places I'd been to a number of times and why I'd been there. And I was thinking about places I'd walked to. I started thinking about Bosworth Battlefield over in Leicestershire and thinking about time I'd walked there with a colleague, talking about work, time I'd been there flying kites on a New Year's Day, time I'd just done a social walk with someone from church, and a few times when I'd been there cycling and stopped at the cafe for a coffee. So a common place where I'd been to a number of times. And I'm particularly then got distracted looking at the story of Henry Tudor and his landing the army to come and take on Richard of York. Another place I'd been to down in Dale in South Wales where Henry Tudor landed. And so it went on, thinking about all these places. And then I realised I'd actually was thinking about this psalm after all, because it was written apparently on the Mount of Olives. It was written by King David. He was in trouble with his son, and his son was really chasing him for his life. So he fled, and he fled to the Mount of Olives. Having realised that this psalm was written on the Mount of Olives, it brought to mind the way in which Jesus also went to the Mount of Olives to pray, and how Jesus is the fulfilment of all the things perhaps that David wasn't. I got distracted again. Where's the Mount of Olives? How do you get there? Where did he flee from? So I got out Google Maps. What else? I found the old city of Jerusalem by the temple. And I used it on Street View. Sounds sad, this does. I used Street View to follow the route, or a route, from the old city in Jerusalem, down through the Kidron Valley, across the brook, and up to the Mount of Olives. I was really surprised. It's full of coaches, narrow streets, cars all over the place, and then right at the end some steps getting up to the top of the Mount of Olives. Of course it wasn't like that. I was trying to think, how far was it really? And I started looking locally, studying maps. I thought, where's there somewhere high around here? Barbican. Where is the town that's also fairly high? Trinity Hill. So I looked at how you'd walk from there, down into the valley, across Plants Brook, through the park, out the other side, and eventually up Barbican. And that's a longer journey than David took. So it brought it to life to me, this psalm. There is someone who's getting out of the way. Where can you go and hide? Where can you go and pray quickly? It's not a great long epic journey. It's a short journey, but an effective one. O Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. I wonder who my foes are. What are the things that keep me awake or worry me? What are those things that go through my mind and just say, Lord, help me? It just all seems to go against me. And then David says, but you are my shield around me, O Lord. You bestow glory on me and lift up my head. To the Lord I cry aloud, and he answers me from his holy hill. I love this next bit. I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear the tens of thousands drawn up against me on every side. Arise, O Lord. Deliver me, O my God. Strike all my enemies on the jaw and break the teeth of the wicked. Sometimes it feels like that. You just want something awful to happen to some people. That's not God's character. God's character is to sustain us, irrespective of those around us. From the Lord comes deliverance. May your blessings be on the people, on your people. I love that. Just in the depths of David's angst at fleeing, of running away from the threat to his life from his own son, he prays for blessings on his people. He hasn't forgotten that he is king. God has put him in a place for a purpose. I got distracted again. I don't know why, but I was thinking of a song. It's not a church song, it's not a Christian song, but I imagined God singing it or saying it to me. I'd love to play it to you, but YouTube copyright might block it. But it goes, every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see, you belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take. A God of love who cares over every detail when it's good or bad. That's what came to light reading this psalm. Hope you enjoyed my rambling. Bye.